Okay, so I've been thinking of spraying my car, and I said to the mate about I'm going to be spraying the car, and with that I ends up having this give me a little Erlex. It's quite an old one, but it's high volume, low pressure, and it needs a bloody good clean. It's only ever been used on fences. Well, the gun was terrible. I've already cleaned the gun. The gun is like new now. So talking to one mate, saying that somebody give me a sprayer and I'm going to do my car, and he said, well, you need to sand it down right, he said. I got an old Mickey Mouse DA you can have. So he calls this a Mickey Mouse DNA. I would call it a rather nice DNA. So yeah, I would call that a rather nice DNA, wouldn't you? So the hose on the sprayer is the right state. As I said, it's only been used for fences, and it wasn't by sprayers, it was just fence sprayers. They didn't have a carrot. But from the sprayer to the gun, there's 20 foot of cable. And the glory of this, as I can see, is when you're not using it, you switch the switch off, and you don't have the noise of the compressor driving you out the wall. So lovely little unit. I've got a few little jobs. The pipe that goes in there keeps blowing off, so I've got to make some sort of fitting on there. The one on the thing don't do it. But yesterday over the mates, this was filthy. The mate was disgusted when he seen it. He's a sprayer, like I say. And he said, getting clean. I said, I will. So you give me a little bit of paint to play with. We tried it yesterday and it worked fantastic. So as soon as I clean this now, I'll get back down the shed and I'll put some thinners in. And this pot is all right with cellulose, which was what I was worried about. Otherwise I'd have bought one of these years ago. But for spraying this little thing, sprays so fine. When you put that nozzle on the 45-degree angle and get a round spray, you can spray so fine, you can make a little scratch and you can just spray the little scratch and feather it in, and you won't even know you've done it. Mike showed me how to do it yesterday. But I'm not a professional sprayer. I do know how to spray because Mike taught me years ago. But that's good. I'll get good at it one day. Never mind, let me get on and clean this thing here now. It's a right state. Well, I will show you the whole thing when I've cleaned it, but here's one side and give you some idea. It's only a quick rub down with a bit of scourer. It's putting a few scratches in it, but I'm not worried, but give you some idea what it's going to look like when it's finished. Spraying is a bit like plastering. You don't start with dirty tools. If you do, you come unstuck. There you go, all cleaned up. One Erlex, high volume, low pressure. One DA, and a nice looking like new gun. I wasn't going to clean the stain off of the pipe, it's hard work, but everything else is spotless. All ready for spraying the van on a shoestring. Okay, today before I put the sprayer away, I'm going to give it a quick spray and see how it sprays. Let me get used to it. I've seen my mate use it. I'm going to put a tub inside of there, so as this don't get too dirty, because I haven't got loads and loads of thinners. I've got a couple of half cans, so I don't want to use loads of it. But I'll put that in there and I'll put the paint. It's already mixed. That's already mixed. That can go inside there and that'll keep that clean. And hopefully this needs cleaning as well, but I'll shake the whole thing out after. But let me get everything ready to spray and I'll show you me trying out. Okay, there's the spray. I filled her up. I've put a panel on the door there that will, it's got a nice finish on, so it'll show me the finish I'm getting. I'll test the gun out on here first before I do the actual spray. And the gun's all ready to go. As I say, the gun now, I haven't set it, so I'm going to have to set it. What I'll do is I'll put the camera on filming me out there, and you'll see me videoing, you'll see me doing it. And you'll see me just setting it, and I'll show you the panel after we've sprayed it. But bear in mind, I'm not a professional sprayer. I've only sprayed 5 cars in my lifetime. And this is a total new system to me, but Mike says it's a sprayer. Okay, so here I go. First time I've ever sprayed with this little system. well, Mike, give me that bit of paint, and he said it is ready for spraying, but it is very thin. It's spraying okay. I'll give it another coat in a minute, but let's see if it's drying. Yeah, it's very slow drying. If I was to dose any more on there, it would run. This is trying to run. So that's not, I'd mix the paint a bit thicker than that. But there you go, let that settle down a minute and I'll spray it again. Don't matter if I give a van 2 or 3 coats, it's not a problem. Okay, we'll give it about 4 minutes. I'll put another quick try. Well, all I can assume is that because I'm spraying a dark colour over a light surface, like you're only going to get, it's actually putting a nice finish on there. But really, like I say, that is drying quicker now, because the second coat, you can always dose it on after you put the first coat on. You can always seem to dose it on. But that seems to be drying faster now. So let's see if I can get a finish. But bear in mind, when I'm doing the van, oh shit, the pot tipped over. I got a dirty pot now anyway. So when I'm doing the van, bear in mind, I'll be doing a colour that I'm spraying over. Right. Okay, give that a third spray. I've got it on very fine line because it is watery paint. Oh, so okay, this is the third coat now. I'm going to put a bit more paint on into the mix this time. Well, I think what's happened is it's spilled in the pot. So it's not a very successful test where I knocked the pot over. The paint's come out with a tin inside and it's all gone in the bottom jar. So I ran out of paint. But the finish is good enough for what I want. Well, there you go. So I'm not a sprayer, and that paint seems a bit thin to me, but there's the sort of finish I got. You can see it. Too much paint on there, but I'll come out tomorrow and the finish will be a damn sight better, but I wouldn't do it that fast and that furious. And as I say, on my van I'll have thicker paint and I'll have a surface to spray on. But for now, I'm happy with that. This is what you call, I've got 4 vans, 2 that got to be sprayed. It's what you call spraying on a shoestring. Thanks for watching, guys.